Hi, my name is not Bethany, you can call me Anna. I was tagged by Roya Reads to do the cursed child tag. I've put the link to the original tag in the description if you want to go check that out, as well as the link to Roya's video with her answers to the questions. I actually find this to be a really interesting tag. The questions are really well thought out. So I hope you enjoy them, and I hope you enjoy getting to know me a little bit better as well. Question number 1 is time turner. If you could go back in time and change something from your past, what would it be? We're just plunging right into the deep questions here, aren't we? There is actually something that immediately comes to mind, but I feel like it's a little bit too personal to just share on the internet. So without giving any specifics, I'll just say that in the past, I did do something really horrible and I ended up hurting somebody pretty badly. And so if I was to change one thing, it would just be that I didn't do that and I didn't hurt this person because I really regret it. Question 2 is Godric's Hollow. If you had to be stuck in another time period, which one would you choose? Preferably, I would like to be stuck at some point in the future, because I think after spending time in this day and age, I don't think I would cope with less accessibility for anything really, whether it's like phones, communication, internet, things like that, whether it's plumbing. I really like plumbing. I think it's a great invention. I would like to be stuck in the future rather than the past. Let's just be real. The past is kind of a dark and dreary place. The present is still a dark and dreary place as well, but I think that in the future, at least we might have some more technology that I can play with. Question number 3 is Harry's parenting skills. Do you get along with your parents, and do you think you would make a good parent or not? I actually get along really well with both of my parents. I am so blessed that I have an amazing family. My parents have always been supportive of me and just, I guess, generally loving. And so yeah, I really appreciate the parents that I have. I think that for the second part of the question, I think I would be a good parent because I've had a really good example set for me, and I've also got such a great family around me that would be able to support me and help me. But with that said, I don't really want to be a parent. Mainly it's because I don't like babies. Babies are kind of gross. So I mean, like in the future, if I was to have kids, I kind of almost think that I might need to just adopt. Question number 4 is moldy blanket. A gift someone gave you that you immediately wanted to give back. Once my parents actually gave me the exact same book that I'd just been given earlier that year by a friend. They didn't realize it was the same book because it had a different title, and I've actually got it here. It's the Sherlock case book. I can't remember what the other one was called, but I was given another one and it had a slightly different title to this one. I thought it might have been different, and I'm a big fan of Sherlock, so I was kind of like, give me everything Sherlock related. However, it did all work out okay in the end because my sister didn't have the case book, and I'm pretty sure we gave the extra copy to her. Question 5 is Hermionister of Magic. Sorry if I pronounced that weirdly, but it's kind of a cross. Hermione, Minister of Magic, you get it. Anyway, what is your dream job and are you pursuing it? I have 3 things that I would really love to do. I would love to be an author, a singer, or an actress. I would say I'm kind of pursuing the first 2 at the moment. I'm always trying to be working on a story, but I haven't gotten anything complete and edited yet, unfortunately. And I write songs all the time. So I've recently been considering starting some singing lessons, but I'm gonna have to work out if I've got time to do that at the moment. Acting has recently taken a back seat, but I do hope to do more of that in the future as well. Question 6 is Ron's gut. What's your favorite food that's covered in gravy? I'm actually not a huge gravy fan. I prefer sauce, like tomato sauce or a white sauce, but gravy, not really. Gravy's not for me. Question 7 is Draco's redemption. Have you changed your opinion of someone as you got to know them? Definitely. I find it really hard to meet new people because I have social anxiety, so I'm always imagining that people hate me, and then wow, they don't. People are generally nicer than I expect them to be. Question number 8 is paint and memory. What's a painting that talks to you? And the only painting that I can think of right now is The Scream by Edvard Munch. It kind of speaks to me because I'm always internally screaming. Does that count? I took an art class in school around the time when we'd been studying The Scream. I would just always go around being like, I do like a lot of other paintings, but I don't really know like their names like well enough to kind of talk about it. Question number 9 is North Westeros. Would you mind being the cursed child of a celebrity, having to always live in their shadow? I think that this really depends on what they're famous for and how they deal with that fame as well. Because if they were famous for something dumb, I think that I would be embarrassed and try to hide the fact all the time. And if they got a big head from being famous, I think I would constantly be trying to remind them that they're not all that because hey, you tripped up the stairs last week. But I think that if they were famous for something cool and they were pretty down to earth, then the main annoying thing would just be paparazzi. I don't think I can say I would love or hate it. I think it would just be really dependent upon the situation, and there are pros and cons that you just have to deal with. Question 10 is scarring flashbacks. Which of Harry's flashbacks that were rudely interrupted by Voldemort did you enjoy revisiting the most? Flashbacks? We're calling them flashbacks and not nightmares? Okay. I don't actually have my book with me because I lent it to a friend to read, so I'm just gonna steal Roya's answer and say that it was when we got to see Hagrid coming to Harry and telling him he's a wizard again, because that's kind of nostalgic. To be honest, I have forgotten a lot of the specifics already, but from my memory, I'm pretty sure that that flashback with Hagrid was the main one that wasn't really distorted as much as the others, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. It's been ages. I only read it once. I've not gone back to it. Question number 11 is saving Cedric. If you could save one Harry Potter character from their awful fate, who would it be? I feel like the obvious answer here would be Sirius. I really loved Roya's answer where she said that she would save Sirius not for his sake but for Harry's, and I completely agree with that. I think that Harry should have gotten a happy ending living with his godfather Sirius. That would have been amazing. But I have to say that if it came down to it, I think I would choose Fred over Sirius, because Harry has friends and he has the Weasleys and he has all these people around him supporting him, but George only has one twin. Question number 12 is a lot to live up to. Out of Rose, James, Lily, Albus and Scorpius, who are you the most like? I'm definitely most like Scorpius. His sarcasm gives me life. Question number 13 is shy Scorpius. A time in your life when you were unsure of yourself? Just one? It's gonna be hard to narrow down. I'm kind of stealing Roya's answer again here and I apologize, but I have to agree. I feel like I am always unsure of myself. And I think a lot of it just has to do with the fact that I have anxiety, and that just completely makes you unsure of yourself because your brain is telling you a million things that aren't even true. Question number 14 is angsty Albus. The cursed child has divided many fans as Albus is divided with many aspects of his life. Did you like or dislike the cursed child, and what's the main reason for your answer? I disliked the cursed child. I have made a video explaining all of the in-depth reasons of why it really disappointed me, but to quickly sum it up for you guys, it disappointed me and I disliked it because of the plot holes that were just glaringly obvious to me as I read the book. I know that in the original 7 books there are some small plot holes where you kind of like, there are just some things which probably could do with a bit more explanation, but like there's nothing major, whereas the cursed child is just riddled with these huge plot holes which would take a lot of explaining to dig yourself out of that hole. If you want to see my in-depth review, I'll put a link to that in the description as well. Question number 15 is epilogue. Do you want Harry Potter's story to still continue on somehow? I'm stealing Roya's answer to this again and just saying that no, I don't want Harry's story to continue anymore. I think it's beating a dead horse. Please stop. But in saying that, I am more than happy to have more books and stories about like the Marauders or Newt Scamander, other things within the magical world. I'm all for it, but leave Harry alone. Explore other characters. Thank you very much. That is all of the questions. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed finding out a little bit more about me. And if you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, and hit subscribe if you'd like to be notified of when I upload new videos. And I'll see you next time. Ciao for now, monkeys!